10 schools with the lowest acceptance rates. The most exclusive 10 hardest colleges to get into in the U.S. The hardest colleges to get into in the U.S. claim to be superior for a variety of reasons. Be it for its exclusivity, location, rigorous academia, how expensive it is, a who's who network, or the level of validation it brings to graduates, these are places many families go to great lengths to get their children admitted. The celebs paid up to $500,000 to get their daughters into the University of Southern California, even going so far as to lie about their extracurricular and athletic achievements. And that is, the hardest colleges to get into in the U.S. show us that it's not just good grades and test scores that matter. The factors considered by many admissions officers are more well-rounded. They look at each applicant from many angles. These include their achievements, interests, and potential. And while this is fairer than just looking solely at grades, it's harder in the sense as you can never guess the formula to getting accepted. Each of the hardest colleges to get into has its own unique reasons for rejecting thousands of applications they receive per year. Number 1. Stanford University. Stanford University is one of the hardest colleges to get into in the U.S. Every year, thousands of hopeful students apply here, and a small handful gets in, as few as 4%. According to the university's website, it says their admissions team practices a holistic approach. So why so exclusive? It has award-winning academics and professors, is close to Silicon Valley, and is an active campus. It's where Google founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin attended Nike co-founder Phil Knight. Being so popular leads to more applicants than it has spots for. With applicants not having to submit an SAT or ACT score, that means more people are applying than ever before. The larger the applicant pool, the lower the acceptance rate, if there's no corresponding increase in spots available. Number 2. Harvard University. When you think of the hardest colleges to get into, it's no surprise Harvard University comes to mind. The private institution is one of the oldest and most prestigious institutions in the world. It is also one of the wealthiest in the U.S. The acceptance rate for the class of 2026 was 3.2%, while for the class of 2027, it was 3.41%. Like Stanford, it has few spaces and many applicants. But a look at its "What We Look For" admissions page reveals another possible reason that makes it one of the hardest colleges to get into. Harvard is searching for individuals who will inspire those around them during their college years and beyond. To assess this, the admissions teams will consider the following long list of points. Have you reached your maximum academic and personal potential? Have you been stretching yourself? Have you been working to capacity in your academic pursuits, your full-time or part-time? Employment or other areas? What motivates you? Where will you be in 1, 5, or 25 years? What sort of human being will you be in the future? Number 3. Dartmouth College. Dartmouth College is another member of the Ivy League and is known for its rigorous academics and strong undergraduate focus. The acceptance rate at Dartmouth was 6.4% for the 2026 class applications. Students looking to go here must excel in high school and have an average SAT score between 1440 to 1560 or an average ACT score of 32 to 35. What makes it so coveted? The Carnegie Foundation classified it as a research university with very high research activity. Despite it being one of the hardest colleges to get into, Dartmouth aims to be as diverse and inclusive as possible through various initiatives and engagements. As it is so uncertain, luck plays a big role in your chances of getting in too. Number 4, Yale University. Yale University is the third oldest higher education institution in the U.S. and is famous for its strong reputation in academics and first-class research. Its prestigious reputation is reflected in QS World University Rankings 2023, where it's ranked 18th. Yale College admitted 2,275 students to the class of 2027 from its largest ever pool of 52,250 applicants. Yale also practices optional submission of standardized testing scores, which means if students do not want to submit SAT or ACT scores, they need to pay attention to high school transcripts, recommendation letters, and essays. Those who submitted the Coalition Application, Common Application, or QuestBridge application have to respond to the following short answer questions. Tell us about a topic or idea that excites you and is related to one or more academic areas you selected above. What is it about Yale that has led you to apply? Number 5, Duke University. For the class of 2026 at Duke University, the regular decision acceptance rate was 4.6%. In its What We Look For page, it states that application essays and 2 recommendation letters are critical pointers that will help boost a student's credibility. I think the combination of talent, diversity, and community will be a hallmark of the class of 2027. Number 6, Princeton University. Princeton University in New Jersey is one of the oldest universities in the country and one of the 8 members of the Ivy Leagues. It is also known to be one of the best in terms of research, faculty, and academics. The acceptance rate is 4%. Half of the applicants that are admitted here have SAT scores between 1460 and 1570 or an ACT score of 33 and 35. Its admissions team aims to bring together a close-knitted but diverse group of high-achieving and intellectually gifted students from all over the globe. Students can begin the application process by using 3 action steps: submit, request, and report. Number 7, California Institute of Technology. Students clamor to get into the California Institute of Technology, better known as Caltech, for one reason: research. It boasts of very high research activity and is defined by its prowess in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Every year, about 235 new students join their ranks for the class of 2025. Caltech accepted 3.92% of first-year applicants. Its admissions team recruits students with the most strength and diversity, which can be many things. Each application is reviewed by 2 officers before it goes into faculty review. Recently, Caltech accepted 412 students across 6 continents to its class of 2027. More than 1/3 got in because they submitted a portfolio of creative and maker work, while 45% gave evidence of their own research. Number 8, University of Pennsylvania. The University of Pennsylvania is a proud member of the Ivy League and a founding member of the Association of American Universities. Every year, thousands of students apply here. For the class of 2026, 2,400 students across all 4 schools, the college, Wharton, Penn Engineering, or Penn Nursing, were admitted. We read through nearly 55,000 applications, 55,000 individual stories, says Dean of Admissions, Whitney Soule, to Penn Today. Its 270th class is a standout because of the students' intellect, character, integrity, and persistence. When asked how she admissions team sifts through applications and chooses a class, Soule says they're looking for a match. When I say match, I mean the students have a good understanding of Penn and what they might want to do when they get here, and that we understand those interests and how they might align with the Penn community. Number 9. Brown University. Brown University is the 7th oldest institution in the U.S. and is a member of the Ivy League. It was the first member to accept students from all religious backgrounds. This year, Brown will welcome 1,730 students from a total of 51,302 applicants for the class of 2027. With an overall acceptance rate of 5.08% and a 3.8% for regular decisions, this year marked the second most selective application cycle in Brown's history. We look for intelligent, highly motivated students from all walks of life who may come from diverse backgrounds and cultural heritages, who represent different academic and extracurricular interests, and who bring a spectrum of ideologies to Brown, its website states. Number 10. Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, is a private land-grant research university that was established in 1861. As a leading technical school, MIT attracts students worldwide for its engineering, mathematics, and computer science programs. The college loves data and uses this in its application process. Good test scores aren't the only aspect they look at, rather how you match with MIT is key. For the class of 2026, MIT's acceptance rate stood at 3.96%, which saw 33,767 applications come in. There were 14,781 early applicants, 18,986 for regular action and 763 on the wait list. On a kinder note, students, don't be discouraged if you don't get into any of these colleges above. The truth is, no matter how good your grades are or how accomplished you were in high school, getting into an Ivy League is never a guarantee. Take Arabian student Al-Samrae, for instance. He was a student with 2 successful books endorsed by 2 New York Times best-selling authors, had a 4.2 GPA, achieved a SAT score of 1,560 out of 1,600. He also won a string of math and science awards, was science team captain, a Wolfram intern at 17, and played for varsity football and wrestling teams. Yet, he was still rejected from a few Ivy League schools, some outrightly, while the others put him on their waiting lists. His plight was highlighted by TikTok user Limmy, at LimmyTalks. Limmy has since revealed that Al-Samrae was accepted into NYU, Stanford, West Point, and Washington University and has since become a student at Stanford. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.